Switzerland had been on our family's travel bucket list for a long time, and finally we were here. We spent 4 unforgettable days in Switzerland, creating memories we will cherish forever. Our journey started with an early morning flight from London to Zurich. Before this trip, we chose the 4-day Swiss travel pass. It covered almost every train and bus rides, so getting around Switzerland was incredibly easy. From Zurich, we took a train to Lucerne and then changed to another train through the beautiful Road. Honestly, I don't think I looked at my phone much during the train rides. The scenery outside the window was simply too beautiful. Every station, every little village, every lake we passed looked like it belonged in a postcard. Endless green fields, quiet forests, peaceful lakes, majestic mountains surrounded us wherever we looked. And charming little villages created some of the most beautiful scenery we had ever seen. This was one of my favorite parts of traveling in Switzerland. The journey never felt like waiting to arrive. The train ride itself was part of the experience. We couldn't stop looking out the window because every second felt worth remembering. This is where we got off the train. Then we caught a bus to our Airbnb in Brienzwiler. Breathtaking was even more beautiful than we imagined. Surrounded by snow-capped mountains and peaceful countryside, everything felt so calm, so quiet, and incredibly relaxing. It was the perfect place to slow down and simply enjoy the moment. Getting to stay here for 2 days felt like such a blessing. After checking into our Airbnb, we dropped off our luggage and then headed to Lake Brienz. Brienz immediately caught our attention with its stunning turquoise lake and breathtaking mountain views. The water was so clear that it almost looked unreal. We spent some time at Lake Brienz just taking in the view and enjoying the moment. For a while, everything felt slower. All the busy talks faded away and we could simply be present and appreciate where we were. As the day came to an end, we took the bus back to Brienzwiler. We were lucky enough to experience the peaceful beauty of Blue Hour. Day 2 started with another beautiful journey through Switzerland. We took the bus from Brienzwiler to Brienz, and even this short ride was already filled with amazing views. The mountains, the green fields, and peaceful villages along the way. Every part of the journey felt peaceful. From Brienz, we continued our journey by train towards Grindelwald. Once again, we sitting by the window, watching one breathtaking view after another. The moment we arrived in Grindelwald, we were surrounded by incredible mountain views. The towering snow-covered peaks standing right in front of us were absolutely breathtaking. It felt like stepping into a real-life winter wonderland. We walked through the village to get our cable car tickets, ready to see Grindelwald from above. Thanks to our Swiss travel pass, we were able to enjoy a 50% discount on the cable car ticket. As the cable car slowly climbed higher, the view kept getting more and more incredible. The village became smaller while the mountains around us grew bigger. Every second of the ride felt like a scene from a movie. At the top, it was completely different from the village below. The air was colder, snow was gently falling, and the entire landscape was covered in a beautiful winter atmosphere. Even though it was freezing, we couldn't stop smiling because the view was worth it. We met this adorable Samoyed enjoying the snow too. Sometimes, the smallest moments become some of the happiest memories. As we descended, we couldn't stop looking up at the incredible views one last time. After exploring the mountains, we warmed ourselves up with some delicious food from Grindelwald Bakery. We tried some Swiss favorites like rosti, along with pizza, hot dog buns, and freshly baked croissants. Everything tasted even better after spending time in the cold mountains. Before leaving Grindelwald, we visited this dreamy hillside. The whole place looked like it came straight out of a fairy tale. After an unforgettable day in Grindelwald, we continued our journey to Interlaken. Interlaken felt completely different from Grindelwald. Instead of towering mountains right in front of us, we found a charming little town surrounded by beautiful nature. Located between two lakes, Interlaken got its name from its unique location. The town had a calm and relaxing atmosphere, with cozy streets, beautiful views, and a slower pace of life. We found this beautiful lake with the most incredible turquoise blue water with the mountains in the background. The color was so vibrant, almost like a Tiffany blue. But as the weather started to change, the wind became stronger and the rain started to fall, so we decided it was time to head back. On day 3, it was time to say goodbye to Breenzwiler. Our next destination was Täsch, the gateway to Zermatt. When we arrived in Täsch, we checked into our hotel and were pleasantly surprised by how convenient the location was. The train station was just right across from our hotel. As the train moved through the countryside, we passed endless green slopes, cute wooden houses, and beautiful mountain landscapes. Zermatt instantly felt different from the places we had visited before, with traditional wooden chalets, cozy streets, and mountains surrounding the village. It felt like stepping into a winter storybook. Before exploring more of Zermatt, we stopped by Grumpy's restaurant for dinner, a cozy Italian restaurant. Checking drink menu, checking food menu. The spacious dining area, beautiful decorations, and a ceiling filled with picture frames gave the restaurant so much character. It was bright, comfortable, and the perfect place to relax after a long day of exploring. We ordered a few different dishes to share, including pork ribs, lamb chops, and shrimp pasta. Everything was delicious. It was a simple dinner and a perfect way to recharge before our next adventure. Of course, we couldn't leave Switzerland without visiting a Lindt chocolate shop. Surrounded by so many delicious chocolates, it was impossible not to feel a little happier. As we explored the mud, tiny snowflakes started to fall from the sky. We continued our walk in snow to see the Matterhorn. As we made our way to the viewpoint, every step felt more exciting than the last. We couldn't wait to finally see the Matterhorn with our own eyes. Walking through the streets with snow gently falling around us felt like a scene from a dream. And finally, there it was, the Matterhorn. A mountain we had seen countless times in photos, but seeing it with our own eyes was something completely different. After spending some time enjoying the view, we took the tram back to Täsch. Blue Hour. Our final morning in Switzerland began in the quiet village of Täsch. It was peaceful, refreshing, and a perfect start to our last day. Soon, we boarded the train to Zermatt once again. The journey was just as beautiful as we remember. With towering mountains in the distance, a bright blue sky above us, peaceful greenery, and crystal clear streams flowing beside the tracks. Every window looked like a painting. Before heading up the mountain, we stopped by Coop to grab some fresh pastry and coffee for breakfast. The weather was perfect. Then it was finally time for one of the highlights of our trip, the Gornergrat Railway. We bought the tickets from the ticket machine. It was fast and convenient. If you prefer, you can also purchase them at the ticket counter. The tickets were so pretty. The screen shows the available departure times. After picking up our tickets and passing through the station gates, our journey to the Gornergrat officially began. As the train slowly climbed higher into the Alps, the scenery became more spectacular with every passing minute. Outside the window, endless snow-covered mountains, deep valleys, and peaceful alpine landscapes unfolded before our eyes. Every turn brought us another breathtaking view, and we found ourselves constantly looking out the window, afraid of missing a single moment. The journey to Gornergrat was not just about reaching the destination. The ride itself was already an unforgettable experience. The higher we climbed, the more magical the scenery became. Even our little travel companion, Lina Bell, enjoyed the incredible views along the way. It felt like we were really slowly entering a winter wonderland, surrounded by some of the most beautiful mountains in the world. When we finally arrived at Gornergrat, we were surrounded by endless snow and magnificent alpine peaks. It was incredibly cold, but the view made us forget about the freezing temperature. After taking in the scenery, we spent some time browsing the souvenir shop. There were a lot of Matterhorn themed chocolates. There were some cute puppets and mannequins. The Matterhorn themed glassware was beautifully crafted, with elegant designs that capture the charm of this iconic mountain. There were some hoodies, backpacks, socks, and caps too. We even had a little snowball fight, creating another fun family memory that made us laugh. Before continuing our journey, we enjoyed a warm pastry while admiring the snowy landscape one last time. Later, we headed to another viewpoint, hoping to see the famous Matterhorn reflection. Unfortunately, the lake was still frozen, so we couldn't reach the reflection spot. At first, we felt a little disappointed, but then we realized that not every plan has to work out perfectly. Sometimes the unexpected moments become part of the story. Soon, it was time to say goodbye to Switzerland. We returned to Täsch to collect our luggage before continuing our journey. As the train carried us away, we watched the Swiss mountains slowly disappear through the window. Our 4 days in Switzerland gave us more than beautiful scenery. Living wasn't easy, but Switzerland will always have a special place in our hearts. We traveled by train to Brieg, As we arrived at Brieg, we were greeted by another beautiful Swiss railway station. Then, we traveled by train to Domo do Sola, then to Milan. Thank you, Switzerland, for the unforgettable memories. Till next time.